everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva, and I want to give a shout out to all my new subscribers. Today, I'm making something that I happen to be bringing over to my son's house for Father's Day. Yes, he's hosting Father's Day. My daughter hosts Mother's Day every year, and my son hosts Father's Day. Because Father's Day, it's usually warm out, and he has a pool. So the kids love to swim in the pool, as well as the adults. However, it's pretty darn cold here in New Jersey today, so I'm not really sure whether they'll be swimming or not. But anyway, I'm making this delicious dessert along with a couple of others to take over there. But as promised, starting next week will be my 4-part mini-series on icebox cakes. So keep your eyes open because you won't want to miss that. So today I'm making for you chocolate dipped strawberry mini cheesecakes. I think you're going to love them. So what do you say we all get started? What do we need to do first? We need to preheat our oven to 325 degrees, which I've already done. And the next thing we need to do is make our cheesecake crust. But before we do that, I wanted to show you the pan I'm using. I love this little pan. This is a mini cheesecake pan. As you can see, it makes 12 little mini cheesecakes. You can see that there's holes in there. And it comes with a disc like this to put into each one. Now, it makes it so much easier when you're making little cheesecakes because you just have to push the disc up from the bottom. You know, you might loosen it a little bit around there, and the cheesecake pops right out. But anyway, I love my little pan. This is by Norpro. I got it from Amazon. And I'll put the link down below in the description box for this in case you're interested. So anyway, first thing I'm going to do is put one of these in each of the little openings. What did I do? I think I put more than one in one. Let me see. Hold on. Diva, what are you doing? Here you go. I knew that was going to happen. So somebody else has to have 2 in there too. Alrighty, Diva. Where's your other 2 discs? You know, when you come on my channel, you gotta expect a little cray-cray going on because can't be too serious on here. You know, I don't want to bore you to death, but now I'm getting concerned. Where are my other? Oh, it's 1 disc that I'm missing. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Now I'm getting mad, everybody. Where's my other disc? Taking one more look. Never a dull moment on the Diva's channel, that's for sure. Come on. They're thin, so here it is. Got stuck together. So anyway, we have 12 little mini cheesecake to make in this pan. So let me put this aside for a minute. We're going to take a bowl, and in this bowl, to make our crust, we are going to put 1 3/4 cups of ground graham crackers. What's the matter with me today? Oh. You can buy them either already ground in a box like this, or you can buy the regular graham crackers and you can put them in your food processor or your Ninja and ground them yourself. So I'm going to put these 1 3/4 cups in this bowl. And to that, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I've melted. So let me add that to it. And now I'm going to mix the ground graham crackers and the butter together. And this is how we make our graham cracker crust. So after I get this all mixed up, it's all combined, I'm going to put about 1.5 tablespoons of this in each of these little cups. And then I'll be right back to show you what we do next, so don't go away. With the paddle attachment, you're going to add 16 ounces of regular cream cheese. That's 2 8-ounce blocks that you've softened at room temperature. So let me get that in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this until it's nice and smooth. So let me put the bowl up and start mixing. Okay. I'm without the cameraman again today, so my other half is missing, but hopefully he'll be back soon. I want to get this nice and... Okay, so this is all mixed well. So after we mix our cream cheese, we're going to add our sugar. And we have here 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. So we'll add the sugar while the machine is still going on low. So I'm going to turn it back on low. I'm going to slowly add my sugar. The way it gets mixed. Really good. Okay, we almost have all our sugar in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our eggs in there one at a time. Now what you're going to need is 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. So let me put the egg yolk in first. And then I'm going to add each one of these eggs in separately. So that's 1. And the next one. Okay. Always have to scrape down the sides of your bowl. So let me do that now. I want to make sure everything gets incorporated well. So what is everyone doing for Father's Day? Anything special? We're not fussing. Honestly, what we decided to do is, rather than have to have the men standing in front of the barbecue because it's their day and we don't want to put them to work, we ordered like a 3-foot-long sub. Half of it's chicken cutlet, the other half of it's an Italian sub. We're having that. My daughter's father-in-law is bringing his special coleslaw that's delicious. My daughter is making some type of another salad. I'm bringing desserts. We're going to have chips and dips, and it'll be a nice relaxing afternoon. Before I scrape it again, I'm going to add vanilla. So we're going to put in here our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. And surprisingly enough, we're going to add some fine sea salt. It has to be fine. And we only need a 1/2 teaspoon of that. So we're going to put that in there with the vanilla. Okay. Put that in. Scrape down my sides again, and then keep mixing. Now, once we get this all mixed and it's nice and smooth, we're going to evenly divide it into each of those cups. Now, that pan only made 12. The but the recipe will make 18. So I'm going to bring my pan back over here with my graham cracker crust in it. That's looking good. I think that's all ready. So let me take off my paddle. Put it to the side. Now I'm going to fill the wells with the cheesecake mixture. Now, when these bake, you will see that sometimes when they're done baking and they come out of the oven, they start to sink a little bit, but that's normal, and that's what they should do because that'll make it perfect for our last step, what we're going to do next. So let me finish filling these, and I'm going to bake them in my 325 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Like I said, the cheesecake, you'll see it puff up while it's baking, but don't worry about it because it will start to flatten out once it's cooled. As you can see, the cheesecakes do puff up while they're baking, but they will flatten, as I said, when they cool. I just took the pan out of the oven and already the tops are starting to flatten on top of the cheesecakes. And that's exactly what they're supposed to do. Next, we're going to wash and dry our strawberries. We're going to leave the stems on them, but you have to make sure they're dry because we're involving chocolate with this recipe, and water and chocolate do not mix. Okay, I took the cheesecakes out of the oven. I let them sit at room temperature for a few minutes till they slightly cooled, and then I put them in the refrigerator. They were in the refrigerator for about an hour. Now I took them out, and as you can see with the little cheesecake pan, if you can see this, you just pop it up from the bottom and the cheesecakes come right out. The disc comes right off them. It's just a great little pan. Just pop them out, pick them up, and off comes the disc. So I'm going to remove these from the pan and then I'm going to show you how we finish these off. So don't go away. Here's what the little cheesecakes look like when I took them out of the pan. Put a lot of crumbs in there for crust and the cheesecake. And now I'm going to put the final touch on them. Alrighty, so now comes our final steps to make these beauties. You're going to need about 8 ounces of dark chocolate. If you can get a good brand chocolate, it would make them taste superior. If you can't, you can still use like the chocolate morsels or the chocolate discs, and they'll still be good. But anyway, I have them in here, and I'm going to microwave mine. I microwave them at 30-second intervals. I check after every 30 seconds and stir them until they're all melted and smooth. This way, you don't take the risk of them burning. And then we're going to put the toppings on these cheesecakes. Okay, I zoomed in here so I could give you a close-up of what I'm doing. As you can see, I've already melted my chocolate, and this is what it should look like. Nice and smooth after you've melted it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take one of our cheesecakes that I have here, and I am going to spoon. Remember I told you that they puff up when they're baking, but then they flatten out. And when they flatten out, it's almost like they have an indentation in them. So what you want to do, you can use parchment paper or whatever you like to put them on. You want to move my strawberries over. You want to take some of your melted chocolate. You want to spoon it into the middle of the cheesecake, and you want some of it to drip down the sides. So let me do that for you. So I'm going to put this in the middle. It's almost like you're filling up the middle, but you want to fill it up enough so you can get some dripping down the sides. Okay. You'll see when I'm done. You turn it around here. Now what you want to do is take one of your strawberries. So we'll take this strawberry here. Remember, you've left your top on it. You're going to dip this strawberry in about halfway into the melted chocolate. And remember I said, make sure they're dry. Otherwise your chocolate will just harden right up. So we're going to dip that in there about halfway. Let it drip off. And then we're going to place it right on top of the cheesecake. And then you see how it's going to make all the chocolate run down the side. Let me turn it around so you could see. Let me do another one for you. These just look beautiful when they're done. Let me take another. Now, they say that you should eat these right away because the chocolate will be nice and soft on there. This chocolate will harden as it sits, or if you put it in the refrigerator. So if you're not planning to have these for a couple of days and you want to make the cheesecake part ahead, you can do that ahead of time. Let me just put a little less in here. You can do that ahead of time, and then you can just do the dipping of the strawberries and placing them on the cheesecake right before you're ready to serve them. So let me dip another one into the chocolate halfway. Let it drip off a little bit. And now when you put it on top of the cheesecake, you're going to see you're pressing it down, and that's what's supposed to happen. Let me turn it around. See how some of it drips down? Let me do another one. These make such a beautiful presentation. And if I haven't already mentioned it to you, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel and you'd like to see more of my recipes, go on down below and hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. And whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you'll get a notification from YouTube. See how we're putting that right on there? And as we press it down, it drips down the side. Look at that. So I'll be back in a minute to show you exactly what one looks like when it's finished. If you want to make a comment, I'd love to hear it. YouTube loves thumbs up. And I'll be right back. So these are what these beauties look like when they're all finished. Look at that. That beautiful cheesecake. And the strawberries dipped in chocolate. And then when you place them on top, they drip down the side. What a great presentation, and so, so yummy. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I mean, just look at these gems. Aren't they beautiful? Get ready for the applause if you make these. And I had a few extra strawberries left over, so I just dipped them in chocolate. Look at this. So easy to make, and look how beautiful they come out. And you can decorate them if you want. So I think everybody's going to enjoy these on Father's Day. I'm going to take a big bite of this strawberry. So juicy. Delicious. Oh my goodness. The angels are singing. So anyway, for all of you who didn't see my video the other day, where I wished you a happy Father's Day to everyone out there who is a father. And I hope you'll make these. Like I said, it's fun to look at them. They're pretty. It's fun to get applause, but it's more fun to eat them. So anyway, I hope to see you all very soon. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. And don't forget, next week, part 1 of my 4-part mini-series on icebox cakes. So for now, I will say toodles! I gotta go back to eating. Want a bite? So good.